Hello, good morning everyone. We have already done part 1 of class 8 science chapter light. Today we are going to do second part of this chapter. First we will see in this part the images formed by a plane mirror. Suppose this is a plane mirror and we keep a pencil in front of it. When we will place a pencil in front of this plane mirror, we see its image. Rays of light from the pencil fall on the mirror and get reflected. When the reflected rays enter into our eyes, we see an image. The rays which we are seeing with our eyes, they appear to us as if it is coming from this place. But if we keep a screen behind the mirror, we will not be able to see any image on that screen. That means the image will not be formed on the screen. And we have learned in class 7 that the image which cannot be formed on the screen is known as a virtual image. So the property of the image formed by a plane mirror can be this one, as the image formed by a plane mirror is virtual. That means it cannot be obtained on the screen. Another property we can see here is that the straight pencil image is also formed is straight. That means the image is erect or upright. Second property of the image formed by plane mirror is the image formed is erect or upright. Now the question has been asked here, how far behind a plane mirror is the image formed? So to find this, we have been told to do an activity. What we will do, we will take a sheet of clear glass and make it stand upright between two thick books or wooden blocks. Then we will light a candle and place it on one side of the glass. The glass will act like a plane mirror, and we will see a faint image of the candle behind the glass. Then what we will do, we will take another candle of the same size, but we will not light it. We will place that glass in such a way that it merges with the image of the first candle. This puts the second candle at the location of the image and makes it appear to be lighted. See, they are telling us in figure 12.6 we can see this. Now we are told to measure the distance between the glass sheet and the candle. We will repeat the experiment number of times. Each time place the first candle in a new position and the second candle at the location of the image. In each case we will find the two candles are at equal distances from the glass sheet. So we come to the conclusion that the image formed is as far behind the mirror as the object is in front of it. See, in this figure 12.6, it has been shown to us what we had been told here. What we will do, we are told to take one candle and place in front of this glass sheet. Then we can see its image in the glass sheet, the burning the other side. Then we will take a second candle and we will put this second candle slowly over the same place, and this candle is not lighted. We'll place it in such a way where we are seeing the image. That means the image and the new candle will coincide, and then we will measure the distance of the candle 1 or the object this candle in front of the glass sheet, and then we will measure distance between the glass sheet and the other candle which we have placed instead of the image. That means on the image where we can see the image is formed, and we will place it there only. And thus when we will measure the distance after doing this activity again and again by changing our position, this distance of this object candle from the sheet, every time we will find that the object distance is equal to image distance. So this activity proved that for reflection from a plane mirror, the image formed is as far behind the mirror as the object is in front of it. Now, this was the third property we can say, and we will see now about the next property, that when we see ourselves while brushing our teeth in front of a mirror in our bathroom or in our fresh room, when we are brushing our teeth with our right hand, it appears to us in the mirror as if we are brushing with our left hand. So what happens is that in reality we are brushing our teeth with our left hand? No. You keep a mirror in front of you on your study table and you start writing something in your copy with your right hand. Now see your image in the mirror which you have kept on the table or in front of yourself. What you will observe, that you are writing with your right hand, but in the image it appears as if you are writing on the left hand. So if we are seeing such type of changes in the plane mirror, when the image formed in the plane mirror, then we can understand that the fourth property of the image formed by plane mirror is that the right hand side things appear to be left and the left one appears to be right. So this property is known as lateral inversion. That means the left and the right side gets reversed. The sideways, the lateral change takes place, and this is known as lateral inversion. Inversion word has come from the invert word. So invert means to be opposite. So inversion, and that lateral comes from the side. Lateral means side. So the side, you can see in this diagram here what happens. See this table clock is put in front of a mirror or a glass, and see it is 3 o'clock in the object mirror, but in the image you will see the 3 o'clock only, but you see it in another way. The right side of the table clock has turned into left side and the left side has turned into right side. So let us see what has been given to us in our book, lateral inversion. So in the image formed by a plane mirror, the left and the right hand side gets reversed. The sideways lateral change is called lateral inversion. If you part your hair on the left, your image is a plane mirror will have the parting on the right. पार्टिंग है मैं भी मांग फाड़ना बोल रहा है. When we comb our hair, what we do, we part our hair. That means मांग फाड़ते हैं हम लोग अपने बाल में. So the hands of a clock in 3 o'clock position appears to be in 9 o'clock position in the image. A right arrow becomes a left arrow, the little d becomes a b, p becomes q. You can see here in this diagram, in this figure that has been shown to us, that see, it is written d here this way, but in the image it appears to be this way. Okay, this way. So it is told to us D becomes P, P becomes Q, and so on. That is why the letters of the word ambulance are written laterally inverted in front of an ambulance. This makes the word appear the correct way round the rear view. So here what they want to say, that in an ambulance you must have seen ambulance being written from the opposite side. That means from the what is our correct way of writing English, you write from the left hand side, but you will see it is written with the left hand side in the ambulance, so that when the driver of another vehicle in front of the ambulance will read in the rear view mirror, then the opposite one written, that has been written from the left hand side ambulance, will appear to be written from the right hand side in the rear view mirror of the vehicles in front of the ambulance, and hence what will happen, the vehicle will easily give way to the ambulance. So we can say in short. So now let us come to the conclusion. What has been given to us? What are the properties found by a plane mirror? So the properties of the images found by a plane mirror are virtual, erect, lateral inverted, of the same side as the object, at the same distance from the mirror as the object. Next we have multiple function reflections. So a plane mirror forms an image of an object placed before it. This is the result of a single reflection of light. What happens if the object is placed between two mirrors that are at an angle to each other? For example, we can say that if two plane mirrors are placed at an angle of 90 degree to each other, draw an arrow as shown in the picture and place it between the mirrors. How many images do you see? Do all these images show lateral inversion? So what we will see, that when we are placing two mirrors, see in this diagram, in this figure, when two mirrors are kept in this way with an angle of 90 degree to one another, and we are drawing an arrowhead in front of it. So what happens? It so happens that so many images are formed, and we will see that here it is written left, it appears to be right. See here left, this way it appears, here this way it appears. That means we are able to see the lateral inversion very easily from this activity. Now let us see in this page, when the two plane mirrors has been placed at some different angle to one another. Here in this way different angle, here in different angle two mirrors are placed. So after performing experiments, activities, we will find that when the angle become a 0 degree, then the mirror will be parallel to each other and the number of images formed will be infinite. That is why when you go to barber shop or you go to beauty parlor, the girls, then when they are in front of the mirror that is placed on the two opposite walls, and they are in the middle then the mirror is held behind the head after haircut. Not only we are able to see the back of our head, but we are also able to see innumerable images, so many images. So our scientists, our physicists, physicians, after performing activities, experiments, after doing so many times experiments, have come to the conclusion that the number of images formed when two plane mirrors are placed at an angle to one another is equal to 360 by angle between mirrors minus 1. So this is the formula. You will remember that the number of images formed is equal to 360 by angle between the two mirrors 9 minus 1. Suppose the two plane mirrors are placed as we saw here at an angle of 90 degree to one another, then what we will observe that the number of images formed will be 360 by 90 minus 1. That means 4 time minus 1 3. See here they have solved and shown you. Similarly, when the image is 60, the number of images formed is 1. Kaleidoscope is a device that uses reflections to produce pattern. It consists of mirrors inclined to each other. The mirror formed multiple images of object in front of them. This creates a beautiful pattern which changes when the kaleidoscope is rounded or shaken. See what it has been told to us that a kaleidoscope is made by placing three mirrors at certain angle to one another. And when small pieces of bangles, chudi, you call, they are placed inside this kaleidoscope, then what we will see that number of images, different designs, different patterns of images can be seen inside the kaleidoscope. So we will see up to this part only today. We will continue the next part in another video.